Hello everybody and welcome to my weekly video, Living with Alzheimer's. This is the 8th video, so creeping along. Now this Friday is a better Friday than last one. Last Friday was a very slow day. It was a day where the connections are not really made, and I know we all get bad days, but in the world of dementia and Alzheimer's, sometimes they can be a little worse than others, and they're sometimes not a very nice place to be. And I actually thought today, after watching last week's video, I thought that I would try and explain to you this week how that was, and how that day was, and what it was like to be in that place, to give you some sort of idea of some sort of insight into what that was like. And I gave this a little bit of thought this morning just before I'd done the video, and I think one of the easiest ways to explain it to you is I'm going to liken it to a crossword. Now, most people have done crosswords, and if you haven't done a crossword, then you know how they work, how the mechanics of a crossword, if you like. And I think, if when you're doing a crossword, and you're on the train or whatever, and you've got the first word, and you need that first word in order to progress down the crossword. And maybe that first word is not very easy, maybe it's a bit difficult, and you might go down a little further and do another word in the crossword which is a little easier. And you get that word, and hopefully that word will then give you some idea of where the others are going, and you can then progress with the crossword. But if you can't quite find the word that you want in order to move forward, then you might ask somebody, you might ponder over for some time trying to get that, and maybe others around you can't help you. And eventually you will end up getting that word, and you write it down, you fill in the little blocks, and then you've got a few letters for the next. But then they're also as complicated, and you can't quite move how you wanted to go, and how quickly you want to move forward. So you might even put the crossword down for a couple of hours and come back to it later. But people with dementia, we can't put our crosswords down because our crosswords are in here. We can't put them down and walk away from them. We have to live with them. So that constant battle of trying to find the next word and the word after to fit in with the word that you want to continue is always there. That constant hunting around in your mind trying to find which direction to go is there. Eventually things get a little easier and it becomes better for the person with dementia. It becomes better for us to focus and things become clearer. But during that period of time, it's like a very, very difficult crossword. So the next time you sit on the train doing your crossword or your puzzle or word search or whatever it is, spare a thought for people with dementia and Alzheimer's. And it just gives you a little insight into what days can be like. Some days, i.e. like today, the crossword is very easy and everything fits in together, just like a glove on a hand. It all works well. So some days it's easy and some days it's not. But I say the difficult days, liken them to a crossword, and hopefully that gives you a little insight into what happened on Friday and how I was. But in actual fact, the day did get better as it went on, and my crossword got easier, and things turned out okay in the end. And that's just how it is. But it's a journey, it's a roller coaster, and I thought that in actual fact it was worth showing you that video because it was something, and it is part of, as I said, it is part of the overall journey. Great, well I hope that gives you a little insight, and I hope that that sort of educates you a little bit more. I try every week to give you something different and try to help people to understand the complex problems that people with dementia have. And in actual fact, I think that dementia is a very complex condition, but also it's good to try and simplify it into lay terms that people can understand, because I believe if people understand the condition better, they are far better to, it just gives people more information, and people are far better to cope with day-to-day situations. Anyway, have a great weekend. It's a lovely sunny day here, so have a great day, have a great weekend, have a great week, and I will see you next Friday, and I'll have another chat with you again. And thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.